Looking at baptism again, we're going to look at who is to be baptized. Baptism is only for those that have been born again. Once saved, the next step of obedience for a Christian is baptism. Jesus commanded Christians to make disciples of all nations and baptize them. A disciple is a learner, one who agrees with the instructions of the teacher and one who follows those teachings. We find that in Matthew chapter 28, verse 19. Since an unbeliever cannot experience the spiritual things of God, the unbeliever cannot be a disciple. Therefore, a disciple is a believer. And according to Matthew chapter 28, verse 19, they are then to be baptized. And look at 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verses 3 through 4 also. All the references to baptism show that belief was first, and then came baptism in water. A lot of references for that, but I just want to look at one here, Acts chapter 2, verse 41. Then they that gladly received his word were baptized, and the same day were added unto them about 3,000 souls. But you'll find more information in Acts chapter 10 and chapter 8, chapter 16, and chapter 19. And then, for example, in Acts chapter 10, verses 47 through 48, we see that belief came first, and then came water baptism. Another reference to follow, and there are many others, notice that Philip would not baptize the eunuch until he was saved. And that's in Acts chapter 8, verses 36 through 37. And he says, and as they went on their way, they came into a certain water, and the eunuch said, See, here is water. What doth hinder me to be baptized? And Philip said, If thou believest with all thine heart, thou mayest. And he answered, I believe that Jesus is the Son of God. So, in the revival of Samaria, when the people believed, they were baptized by Philip. That's in Acts chapter 8, verse 12. In addition, baptism is for all people today. The Great Commission tells the apostles who were responsible for setting up the churches to go into all the world, baptizing believers in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. And of course, that's in Matthew chapter 28, verse 19. Then in Acts, Peter makes it clear that baptism is for all that are afar off, meaning as many as God calls, whether they are local or in another land, it is for all, meaning that it doesn't make any difference whether they are Jews or Gentiles. And that can be found in Acts chapter 2, verses 38 through 39. And again, thank you for listening.